This is a full breakdown of the proposed Washington Township Board of Education budget for fiscal year 2026 to 2027. We'll cover where every dollar goes, what it means for your property taxes, and when you can have your say. Here's the headline you'd expect on a budget story: the total dollar amount and the tax levy. But those numbers simply aren't in the documents we have. What we do know is that the board already passed a resolution requesting its tax levy from the township, which strongly suggests a budget number exists. It's just not public in these agendas. We'll walk through what is confirmed and where residents can go to find the missing figures. Staffing is typically the biggest line item in any school budget, and this year is no exception in terms of activity. The agendas show a long list of personnel moves, including a new interim assistant principal and various stipend positions like Saturday school and restorative practice tutoring. Salary adjustment corrections for 2026 and 2027 also appear at both meetings. No dollar figures are attached, but the volume of changes signals significant behind-the-scenes budget work. Transportation is another category getting real attention this year. The district approved a 10-month school bus lease, along with contracts covering substitute drivers and a parent transportation agreement. Extended school year transportation for special education students is factored in as well. These are recurring costs that add up, even though exact dollar amounts aren't listed in the agendas. Instead of paying cash up front for equipment, the district is using something called lease purchase financing. Think of it like financing a car rather than buying it outright. You pay it off over time. This approach shows up as bid number 27-013 in the agendas, and it commits the district to payments over several years, which is worth watching in future budgets. Special education tuition placements for extended school year programs appear multiple times in these agendas. ESY funds continued instruction over the summer for eligible students, and it's staffed and paid for separately from the regular school year. Nationally and in New Jersey, out-of-district special education tuition tends to be one of the fastest-growing, least controllable costs in a school budget, though specific dollar figures aren't included here. One smaller but tangible change for families: the district is adjusting meal prices in the cafeteria. This ties directly to the food service fund's budget balance, though the agendas don't specify the new price point. It's a small line item compared to staffing or transportation, but it's one families will notice directly. Normally this is where we tell you exactly how much more or less the average homeowner will pay. But that figure isn't available in these agenda documents. What we can confirm is that the board formally requested its tax levy from the township on July 28, meaning a number does exist. Residents will need to check their municipal tax bill's school tax line, or request the district's official budget summary to see the real impact. It's important to understand what these meetings actually are. New Jersey school budgets are typically adopted each spring, months before the new fiscal year starts July 1st. The July and August meetings covered here are about implementation, certifying tax levy requests, tracking spending against the budget, not the original public vote. That original hearing likely happened back in spring 2026, and its records aren't part of what we reviewed. A less obvious but budget-relevant item: 3 financial policies are up for second reading at the August 18th work session, all dealing with how the district manages federal grant money. Grants are a revenue source that can offset how much needs to come from local property taxes, so these policies matter for fiscal oversight, even though they won't show up as a single dollar figure in the budget. Here's the timeline as we know it. On July 28, 2026, the board passed its formal tax requisition resolution along with routine treasurer and secretary financial reports. On August 18, the work session covered bid awards, the bus lease, and meal pricing, but no public budget hearing was listed. The original spring adoption hearing, where the real budget vote likely happened, isn't part of these documents, so residents should check April and May 2026 board minutes directly. Even though this year's major budget decisions appear finalized, residents still have ways to engage. Every regular session includes public comment opportunities, and monthly financial reports let you track whether spending is matching the budget in real time. Written comments can be submitted through the district's board secretary or business administrator. And mark your calendar for around March 2027, when the public hearing for the next budget cycle is expected to begin. That's the full budget breakdown. The complete written deep dive is available free at New Jersey Washington Town GTL, Substack.com. Subscribe so you never miss an update. And if you find this useful, a small donation at kofi.com/govthroughlean helps keep this reporting free and independent.